Buildings currently contribute roughly 39% of global carbon emissions. To combat this, several organizations have created green building certification programs. One of these programs is the Living Building Challenge, or the LBC. The LBC was officially founded in 2006, and the International Living Future Institute, ILFI, was formed in 2009 to provide oversight. While other certification programs are based on estimated performance, the LBC differs in the fact that it is based on actual performance. Because of this, buildings that achieve this certification have a reduced carbon footprint, benefiting the environment they are built in. To understand how the LBC reduces carbon footprint, we must first look at how the certification program works. There are 20 imperatives in the LBC, which are divided amongst 7 performance categories called petals. These petals are place, water, energy, health, materials, equity, and beauty. 10 of the 20 imperatives are called core imperatives, which address the fundamental values of each petal. One of the biggest contributors in reducing carbon footprint in the LBC is the materials petal, which is comprised of 5 imperatives, including the red list imperative. The materials petal encourages the use of responsible and locally sourced materials, requires third-party certification of materials, and encourages the reduction of waste through conservation and reuse. Furthermore, buildings must be occupied at least 12 months post-construction to be LBC certified. Currently, only 76 projects have achieved LBC certification globally. Because of its rigorous standards, projects need to get creative in the design process and material selection. For example, one project used fly ash in place of Portland cement, which reduced the carbon emissions of their concrete by 30 to 40%. Another project was able to reduce their carbon footprint by being an adaptive reuse project. Additionally, energy consumption can also impact the carbon footprint of a building. This can be reduced through passive design elements and renewable resources. Because of its rigorous standards, all LBC buildings have a net positive energy rating, meaning they produce more energy than they use. For all LBC projects, contractors and on-site employees receive special training in order to raise awareness and teach about sustainable construction practices in order to reduce the carbon footprint during the construction process. One of the few residential buildings that are LBC certified is Burbeck at Beacon Springs. Located in Ann Arbor, the home received its certification in 2017. It took about 5 years for the design and construction process to be complete and had a design team of about 20 people. Over 900 materials were researched, and only about 500 of those materials ended up being used. The house utilizes a combination of a geothermal system, trom walls, a cooling tower, and the building's placement on site in order to reduce energy consumption. Its HERS index rating is -10. For comparison, the average U.S. home is between 100 and 130. According to homeowner Marty Burbeck, they produce 20% more energy than they use, and that includes charging electric vehicles. Carbon emissions continue to rise each day, and buildings continue to impact the environment through their carbon footprint. While other green building certification programs are great in theory, they do not always work in practice. Without the performance-based standards of the LBC, buildings with these other certifications run the risk of achieving a false label. The LBC strives to create a positive impact on the environment and challenges architects, engineers, and construction workers to push the boundaries of what is possible in the field of sustainability. Its rigorous standards and the innovation they inspire are the reason why buildings with LBC certification have a reduced carbon footprint compared to other buildings. Unless we reimagine the way we build and design buildings, we will not be able to avoid the worst effects of climate change. We need to start somewhere, so why not start with something that works in both theory and practice?